Last Night is Moby's 6th studio album and also his way of letting you in on what New York City dance music is all about. I'm Layla for WatchMojo.com. Taking a break from the release of his new album, Moby took a few minutes to tell us more. You've described it as a love letter to the New York City dance scene. Since you've been in New York, how has the music scene impacted your musical development?
What I found really inspiring about the New York music scene when I was growing up, and even now, is it's sort of like its eclecticism and its multiculturalism. You would go to nightclubs in New York and you'd hear all these different types of music played right next to each other, and I found that to be really inspiring.
The cover of the album, These Glamorous Girls, why not include yourself?
I wanted to make a record that to me felt like a night out in New York, and so a lot of dance music in New York was inspired by the disco era, and I have this weird fascination with the disco era. It seemed like the late 70s, it was like people thought they could be completely debauched and degenerate and hedonistic without any sense of consequence, and especially in New York, that created a very sort of like glamorous libertine environment, and so I kind of wanted to reflect that in the record. And also, I mean, I'm a 42-year-old bald guy, and I'd much rather look at like glamorous people on a record cover than me.
Alice is probably the top hit single from that album.
My head keeps turning like Russian roulette. Thoughts are like bullets. I cannot do this.
It seems like unmistakably it. Why is it an obvious choice?
It's weird. See, I know nothing about picking singles. Some of the most successful singles I've ever had are songs that I didn't think anyone would ever like. And so the song Alice, basically I just picked it as a single because I liked it. And I'm amazed, like I heard that some people at radio are actually playing it. I guess I'm grateful that people seem to like it.
Psychosomatic, imagine having shadows creep to the shadows, some mirrors cracking the shadows of walls extending. Having tea with Alice and Rabbit, I'm wondering where I put my chalice. Chemically, I'm in balance until I channel.
I heard it, I liked it.
Thanks.
What do you look for in a vocalist for electronic music?
Either great technical proficiency, like someone who's just got a beautiful voice, or someone with a really distinctive voice.
Moby's very concise with his recording process. So he says, Lucy, you want to come over and sing on this song? And I said, okay. So he sent me the song like an hour before, or maybe a little less.
All the music that you've combined, electronic, new wave, punk, it's not necessarily the lyrics that people will listen to, it's the whole sensation of the whole song.
That's one reason why I love working with disco divas.
My name is Shayna Steele, and I'm singing on Moby's song Disco Lies.
Because you give a great disco diva really trivial lyrics, but somehow they can sing them in such a way that it's so pregnant with meaning and significance.
Don't leave me this way.
Like there's one song on this album Last Night called I'm in Love, and I think the whole song has 9 words. Like how do you take a song with 9 words and give it meaning?
What do you see as the future of dance music?
From my perspective, dance music, and I don't want to sound overly reductionist or simple, but dance music is any music that makes people dance. And that could be a polka, it could be klezmer music, it could be disco, it can be the Rolling Stones, it can be hip-hop. I just love that idea of music that makes people dance. Whether they're dancing at a wedding, whether they're dancing in their living room or in a nightclub, whether they're dancing to like really cutting-edge electronic music, or whether they're dancing to Porgy and Bess. I love that music has that power to get people to stand up and move around.